things I'm going to show you. These are some of the notes that I've taken. I got to talk to you about.
Right?
Good. خب
Yeah, you asked me that question, and I feel like I know it's all me, and at the same time, getting to the next level. That's the part I feel like, yeah, that's my struggle, right?
and why is it struggle? What makes, before I show you these, that's why I'm asking you these. I want to see your perspective before and after seeing everything you're about to see. But why is it a struggle? Why does it feel like a struggle? Why do you use that word? Why is it like not? Why is it not just beautifully happening on its own? What makes you think is stopping this from happening? Because you will see, like the AI. First of all, I did this as I shared with you. The only way we can do what we just do, which is still like what I'm going to show you. By the time I spend, like all the time I spend on it, this is usually like a 1700 US package, right? So it still like requires like 5-6 hours of our time with the AI. Normally, something like this would take about probably a week, 10 days, with like 2 to 3 different people before AI came out. Right.
Mhm.
So something like this with this level of comprehensive information you're about to see would have usually taken, like, costed a lot of research, a lot of time, a lot of different minds coming together. But the AI is helping a lot. How are you going to see? So some of the things I'm going to show you, like, well, basically everything I'm going to show you is being as a result of my inputs into the AI system, which it processes, analyzes, and does a whole lot of different parameters that it runs against different knowledge bases of the some of the top strategists and some of the top minds in the world, right? So and then it gives us an output, and then from there we actually have to change it and make it actually fit into the context. Because of what I know from you, Hala, I didn't do interviews with you, but usually like this involves another like 3 to 5 hours of interviews of just collecting information. I knew a lot about you as just a whole, as a person, so I didn't need to. But you're gonna see. So I want to know, what is your thing? Like, what is your uh, vision on why it's a struggle? Like, what's causing it?
Well,
Obviously, I know the finance.
no. One question before we dive in. How long do we need for today?
Just an hour, an hour and 10 minutes.
I have to go somewhere at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. You're okay.
yeah, that's
So
a good
what is it?
question. Why am I thinking like a struggle? It's just like, yeah, that's the mindset of making money, right? It's always like it's heavy, it's big, it's like, yeah.
And it always has been feeling like this, or was there a time in your life where you just felt like money comes to you effortlessly and it was abundant?
I can't say like at the beginning of my business because I feel like I that's my judgment, I guess, or it's just like I put lots of my heart and energy in it. Like I can feel it myself,
Hmm.
like I was really like doing so many different things and like going at it, like,
Hmm.
and obviously I had more clients,
Hmm.
and yeah, I feel like at the beginning was much more abundant, like, abundance of money.
That's right. Okay. Uh, how many? How much were you working on your business at that moment? How much of your day was spent on it? How much of your week? How many hours? How many days would you be working on your business at the beginning? What you're saying?
It was honestly, it was mostly on Facebook, social media mostly, and referrals.
I understand. I'm saying how much of your business were you putting into, how much of your time were you putting into your business? Doesn't matter online, in person, networking, educating. It's just like, I would say, look, I want to get an image of what it looked like in your life before and what it looks like right now
Uh,
when you're saying it was more abundant.
yeah, if you want to say like daily, maybe 2-3 hours a day.
So you were spending 2 to 3 hours a day, and how many days a week were you spending on it? Every day, or was it just like 3 days a week, 4 days a week,
Like, yeah, 4 days maybe.
4 days?
Yeah.
So 4 days you were spending on it. This is at launch. This is like when you started it.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I knew how to get clients
That's
on
right. That's right.
on social media.
So basically, you were spending at launch about 3 to 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 4 days.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And were you doing anything else? Any kar دیگه هم داشتی? Any other jobs back then?
Like another job, having another
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
No.
Full-time job, part-time job? No. So that was it.
Yeah.
Because you're also a full-time mom.
Yeah, but like between like having the clients, doing photo shoot, the editing, I had to advertise myself. That was my spending like 2 hours.
But then how are you also counting the times you would see your clients, you were editing, all of those you're counting?
No. Just
So then
just
how much with
promoting
those? How much?
myself.
No, forget the promoting. How much with those?
How much of the
How much
client?
of your time with those, with meeting the clients, with editing, with those two?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can say like I would spend 30, 40 hours a week.
30, 40 hours. Okay, good. And what is your schedule looking like right now, today? How many hours a week?
In total, if you want to calculate it, 20.
Okay. And is it has it lost that extra 10 to 20 per hours a week because of loss of business? So are you still putting those 3 hours of 4 times a week to do what you were doing, or that has also dropped?
Everything dropped.
So everything dropped, meaning that those 3 hours dropped, and then which you were putting to market yourself and advertise yourself, and then your also time with spending with clients has also dropped.
Yeah, because
So
I have
which one came first? Which drop came first? Because you were doing your 3 to 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 days a week on social media trying to advertise yourself. And then what happened? Why did that stop?
good question because I feel like I lost. No, not I lost it. It's just like not being clear about what I'm looking for.
Mm,
Where should I even advertise myself? Because when I started my business, it was all about babies, picture, kids, family, right?
mhm.
I was just focusing on those and going at like different groups on Facebook and stuff like yeah. But right now, like yeah, everywhere.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay. So you basically stopped because you lost clarity on what you were doing and why you were doing it.
yeah.
Okay, good. So this is already turning into a coaching session, but this whole thing is a strategic intervention and consultation. So obviously you're gonna have so many of these, and these are gonna go intertwined because that's how I could make sense of things. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to write things down too as we talk, so please bear with me because uh, unlike women, we cannot multitask. Well, we could. It's just that it's not as easy as effortless that it is for women. Okay, so uh, but I also just jog down like points forms because that's why I'm recording these. So we have these
Mm.
stopped because these are very, very valuable. The funny thing is, you're gonna see so many of the things we are already talking about are being
Mm.
discussed with the AI. Like AI brings it up. Very interesting. Okay, perfect. So, oh, by the way, do you have, as in, do you have any of these headphones, like microphone
No,
headphones? No.
no.
Odd. Okay, let's do this. So I'm gonna share this with you.
Why?
I'm super.
Nobody is home, so it's just me and my dog right at the moment.
Yes, I'm surprised. Like, okay, everybody has these. They come with phones, everything. Like, just not have any.
I
Uh,
had, I don't know where it is. So,
yeah, that's it. Okay, that's a different thing altogether.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Uh, hey, what happened? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
No,
I
did
saw
I?
that,
Did you lose the?
I saw two screens and you removed it. You were sharing.
I pressed the wrong button, just trying to figure out what happened. Okay, there we go. So this is what it is. Okay, perfect.
I like the
Good.
drawing.
What happened?
I like the drawings. By the way, like you that thingy that you sent, the contract thingy that I signed, and like, wow, it's so complicated. It looks so complicated.
Why is it complicated? It's it's not complicated. We need to start
Yeah,
policing your words a lot, okay?
yeah,
The words I already discussed with you. You have to be so impeccable with them. You're not struggling. That was not complicated. Money is not hard right now. We gotta get better with the words,
yeah,
okay? Because remember, your subconscious mind just brings into reality what your conscious mind puts out into the field, which is the world, which all starts with the words, but the words are actually just a follow through manifestation of the thoughts that are already occurring within your conscious mind. So by the time the words are already pronounced and vocalized, they are already a delayed reflection of a thought that has originated in your conscious level of mind. But catching those words is like seeing when somebody has a fever, that fever is just a symptom, it's not the cause. If you fix the fever, you haven't caused the cause, you haven't fixed the cause. But when we catch the words, it allows us to go back and see why that thought was generated. That's so important for us to understand. Okay,
sure.
if you're gonna make a change in your life, if you want to do that and you're ready for it, and if there's been enough pain already that you're willing to do what is necessary to create life on your terms from scratch, you must understand that words are the only thing that will get you from here to there. The only thing. I'm being so honest. Like, this is not about thoughts. This is not about good energy. This is not about science. This is not about intellect. This is not about, it's just about words, because with the words you could control all of those. And without your direct control of the words, those random events are all controlling you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How are we going to get more into this? But this is the important thing. Okay. So, uh,
Okay, about the contract.
oh, contract. You said it was complicated. Yes, but it wasn't. It was just 3 pages, so it's more than just your one paragraph boiler template. But the
Yeah,
reason it is 3 pages is because it has to go through in detail about how your information that you're going to share with me is going to be protected, how we make sure that what is communicated between us, if there is sensitive information, it is protected, it stays with me. If there is, because there is business, there is personal, there's different things. And then it also talks about the recordings, and these all have to be defined within parameters of their responsibilities and what they stand for. You have a copy of it anyways. I encourage you, if you want, go through it again and read it, but it's essentially, that's what it is. And then it has to do that with the legal language, so it's not going to sound as like just this talking, just because all legal language forms are have to be spoken within that specific context and framework of words. Do you see that? It's just
Yeah.
the word. Funny thing is, once I'm done with you here, we're going to get you very friendly with AI, and the AI is going to help you a lot. Because what you do is you just pull that contract, put it into AI, and say, explain this to me as if you're explaining it to a grade 9. And it's going to literally do it for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, yes, Missy, let's begin without further ado, please. So, how do I go to the next page here? Hello? Anybody? Oh, there we go. So, this is today's agenda. We're going to be talking about, oh, by the way, that's why like we got delayed today. This actually delay really messed up my whole schedule today, because it was our day off, and me and Satara had it off, and we have our therapist here trying to fix us and adjust us and give us our body massage. He's actually with Satara right now, but I was supposed to be next. Now I had to make some changes. I still have to attend my massage. That's why I said for about an hour, and then I gotta go. But that all happened because of the AI, because the company broke down, and last evening everything stopped working. So all of the information was in there while we were trying to pull it out and extract. And I was like, just sitting there, I'm like, is this gonna work anytime tonight? So it started working again around 11 p.m., which is why I was working. I usually go to bed at 10. I was actually awake until 1 2. So I'm just telling you, because I said I'll explain. I wanted you to understand that the delay today was kind of out of our hands. So let's focus on this. So we're going to go through this in 4 steps. First, we're going to be doing a SWOT analysis presentation, which stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Which, using, as I said, leveraging AI's power, we're going to actually be able to extract from our questionnaires that we provided, including the additionals that I provided. So then we have a professional observation summary that I'm going to share with you. That's my findings of what I think from my perspective. It doesn't mean it's not a like it's just my perspective. It doesn't mean anything, right? It's just I'm presenting to you what a third perspective that has looked under the hood of the car can tell you from a strategic perspective. Then we have the recommended strategic steps to correct course. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that will be, again, as a set list of solutions developed in conjunction with the AI. And then at the end, we'll do a question and answer if there's anything else. So then this is probably actually this was before we got into the whole AI thing. We spent about 4.5 hours on this, 5 hours, and I want you to see that these are not ranked what we are talking about, and I want you to embrace what you resonate with, as it says in here, right? Like trust your inner compass, and that's what I appreciate, because you have that inner wisdom. You have that wisdom that you're aware that you understand your energies. You understand when you gotta calm and center yourself. So I want you to do all of this. And if some of the stuff we're saying here like are putting you more on the edge of dealing with stress. That's okay. These are just things we have to go through as we're gonna have to face them head on. So yeah, I wanted to thank you for doing a good job. Your application was filled good. It wasn't great or excellent, because great or excellent means a lot more information. It was good, and I want you to also understand that the quality of the answers that you get completely depend on the quality of the questions that you ask. So, since the questions that we ask AI depend on the length of the information we are providing it, we can get less information back. But I'm still pretty happy because I filled up a lot of holes with this that I knew of that was not particularly in the lengthy descriptions that I wanted. But it's great. We are very happy. And yeah, let's go through this. So, um, this is a very important question, which bears what business are you in? Okay, so practically speaking, yes, you're in the photo business, but you're essentially in the personal services, because it's a very intimate service that you're providing, and you often have to be invited into people's personal spaces, and you are trying to capture and portray their personal spaces unique perspective from your perspective, right? Correct?
Yes.
Fair to say? Okay, perfect. So now, what business are you in? What business so that's the business you're in. You're in the photo and personal services business. Now, what business are you really in? That's an important question. What business are you really in is capturing priceless moments for people from a unique perspective and frame, presented through your personal style of choice to evoke emotions and immortalize other fleeting beauties of that moment. How does that sound to you? Does that sound like
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah. It,
fair,
yeah. It is fair. Yeah.
okay, fair and accurate?
Yes.
Good. Uh, Now, what business do you need to be in? That's a whole completely different conversation. Because what business you are in and what business you're really in has nothing to do with what business you need to be in. What business you need to be in is the one that will get you that satisfaction, that fulfillment, but also be rewarding for you in terms of finances, in terms of rewarding you for your time and energy that you're pouring into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you remember, I had this conversation with you, but the every business, okay, requires employee number one, which is the owner of the business, the founder of the business, to be able to wear three distinct hats at the same time and be able to switch those hats. And that's how businesses end up making money, Azita. So first of all, I will provide you this, but I want you to also take notes of the things that you feel like are important, because so many of what we're talking about right now, these are strategies, these are methods, these are practical things that you must do. So what you resonate with, take notes of it, because when you take notes, as I am, it goes into your system differently. Right? I have this recording, but the reason I take the notes is because I want my system, my nervous system, to pick this up in a different way, that this was an important thing that I touched upon. And my eye sees it as I write it, and I'm going to actually be able to capture it differently. So there are three distinct hats that you must be able to wear if you're to be a successful enterprise, okay? Which I hope that's what we're talking, right? You want to be a successful enterprise. So
Yes.
very important three hats. One of the hats is the creative artist hat. That's the one that you've been wearing since day one. That's the one that you're most organically in. And by the way, 85%, 90% of businesses, the owners are prominently or predominantly wearing the creator artist hat,
Mhm.
because usually all businesses are started with a passionate person who, despite what everybody around them tells them that you're crazy, you're wasting your time, they believe in what they're doing so much because they're trying to create either a service or a product that answers a problem, that becomes a solution to a problem. And they feel so passionate about it that they're going to pour their heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tear into it, But the reason most of them don't make money, and the numbers differ between 60 to 90% of businesses are closed within the first 10 years of being open. In some places it's 90, some places 60 around the world, is because the second hat is always missing, and that's the entrepreneurship hat. So the entrepreneurship hat is the one that you're going to put on to make that money. Now, if you're always wearing the artist hat, you're not, nobody's going to come pay you. Yeah, you're a beautiful artist. Perfect. You know, did you always know that artists are the mostly starved demographic in the society?
Yeah.
Because they're all trying to do what it is. And by the way, I lived that life when I was DJing until I realized that I need to wake the hell up. Otherwise, I'll always be a broke, talented person, which everybody loves to be around to feel better. But at the end of the day, everybody just wants to go home and pay their own bills.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I had to figure out how to actually extract a different energy form, which is currency, which is money, in exchange for investing and injecting my energy, love, and time. Right? So that hat is called the entrepreneurship hat. It is necessary for the profiting of any enterprise. The third hat that's required is the managerial hat. Completely different than the entrepreneurship and completely different than the artist. Because the artist sees the world through how can I, or the creator, how can I create something where dot, dot, dot. The dot, dot, dot changes for all of us. You're looking at the world through that perspective. How can I create a moment? How can I create a photo, a moment? How can I capture this moment for you right now? How can I capture the moment right now where it brings out this true essence of uh, the fleeting beauty that this moment has? How can I capture that? Because the funny thing is, you said that what made you so happy is when you see when you see people emotional when they see your work, because it's a confirmation that I caught the right moment from the right angle and presented it correctly. Correct? So entrepreneur doesn't think like that, Azita. Entrepreneur, you know how they think? From every moment, they're like, how can I turn this moment into an opportunity of profiting? How can I profit from this? How can I give value and get reimbursed with money, with bartering, with collaboration, with a review, with a recommendation, anything? The entrepreneur will not leave that site saying, I need to get something out of this that will also help me grow in a different department. And the manager, that's a completely different perspective. The manager is standing in that same position saying, how do I need to be so organized right now so I don't miss picking up my kids from work, but I also deliver what the artist needs to deliver? How do I get my finances in order not to be feeling stressed out so my bills can be looked after? And how do I create a cash flow positive business? Because you could be profitable, but you could be cash flow negative, which means you're going to always be lacking money. But on paper, it shows like, hey, I made like $50,000. Where's that money? I don't know. It came before it went, before it even came. True or false? Does it all make sense? So
Yes.
these three hats must be worn like listen, the more you can control your emotional states and mind, the better you could flip these and the better businesswoman you're going to become. That's the end of this conversation. I just gave you what is going to come by the end. But that isn't all that it's going to take. And that takes awareness, that takes control, and that takes discipline. See, in any moment, you could either feel one of the two feelings. You could either feel the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. It's up to you. You want to be regretting right now, you want to be having discipline. Up to you. So now, what business do you need to be in? Is to connect and empower people to feel elated and inspired, appreciating their own strengths and beauty. That's, at least from my perspective, for you to feel, after studying everything, what you got to do to both feel fulfilled in your purpose, in your mission, and also to be well rewarded financially.
Yeah.
Very important. So this is your strengths now. So we're going to, obviously, the SWOT, right? SWOT, we start with the strengths. Number one. Now, here's the thing. I want you to, instead of me reading these, I want you to read these along now. Read it and tell me if you have any question with this page. And remember, what you're reading right now is basically the analysis of me and AI, of what we see as your strengths. You could be seeing things that we're not seeing in here, or you could be, which you should tell me if it is, or you may be seeing things in here that you're like, oh, I didn't know about that. That's actually a good point. These are verifications of our assets. And let me know when you're finished reading.
Okay. I thought like number three, retreats, hosting experiences. Like, I don't know. I never said that. I don't know where is that coming from.
Yeah, I don't know that either, but that's very funny because I didn't personally see it. I thought afterwards I missed it and AI picked it up, but no. However, it's very funny that it says this because I really, really believe that this is one of your possibility of tickets out.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from, but like I had this 2 years ago. I had this idea that like like bringing women together, like creating that environment to
Hmm.
empower women and
That's
all
right.
these things, and just
That's right. That's right. So the funny thing is, that's why I didn't take it out, to be honest. I saw it and then I was like, I don't know. I didn't read that, but maybe the AI sees something I didn't see. That's why it's AI. That's why it's a different perspective. That's
mm,
why it's good to consult it with it, right? It sees things that it could see that a lot of things is the AI can hallucinate so many things the same way we are all hallucinating. We are all hallucinating. The AI can hallucinate its own. But my thing is, when I read that, I was like, you know what? If I missed it, that sounds like something she would do.
yeah.
I was like, that's why it was believable for me. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can see her do that. I can see her do like these things. So yeah, that makes sense. And now the funny thing is, if you haven't and you thought about it, that means this is one of your callings. We're gonna get to it, okay? But did you read the rest of this?
Yes.
It all makes sense? Perfect. So we just continue. With the strengths, so I'm going to talk to you about number 6 because I think the AI has looked at the property, which is the house, and the fact that you're saying I would be losing it, and the fact that I haven't been working, and this has been my only means of making myself, it's been looking at your life as there's been some sort of money that's been sustaining her. It's still there. It's still not depleted from its perspective. So it doesn't know, it hasn't looked at your bank accounts, it doesn't know where you're sitting, it doesn't know these things. It's just assuming that since you've been living on this path or in this cycle, there's probably some sort of access to this. But then again, like when we get in depth and breadth of things, when with our strategic consulting sessions, we always go into finances and numbers because that's a definite must. You cannot do anything without it. But yeah, continue on.
Okay. And then,
Okay, so this one's good. Any other questions from this page?
yeah, I really didn't, I read it, but like understanding it fully, the number 6, it's just,
Which part? Which part are you not? Which part?
um, yeah, if we can explain, yeah, I know you said something about number 6, but like the whole paragraph, like,
Number 6 paragraph. You're saying
yeah.
6. As I explained to you,
um,
I've been sustaining a life, and because hold on,
mhm.
because we are sorry, uh, because number 6 is stipulating from the AI's perspective that you haven't been producing income that at least you've declared in any other means or methods, and you it is assuming there is some sort of a funding that you have access to, and it says she has the ability to fund things when she wants to. She has the ability to start things. She has the ability to get resourceful. She has the ability to not say I am completely out, I'm completely done, I'm completely broke, I'm living basically on your intake form. There was no I'm living on the side of the street,
No. Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's saying you're still resourceful to understand things,
Yeah.
to be able to shift things around and do as is necessary to create a new path to pivot.
Right. Okay.
Cool, makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, and the rest of it, does it all you
Yeah.
relatable, connect? Okay, good. So now this is the last two of the strengths.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes. Demişler to me.
Okay, sorry. So we're gonna go to the next. No questions here, I'm assuming. So now we go to weaknesses. You want to read this, and I'm gonna come right back to you.
Okay.
All right. So, did you pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. How? Any questions on this page?
No. Good.
Does it all make sense?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Let's move on.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. Interesting. What do you think so far?
از تو نمیتونی بری جای دیگه بشینی؟ خیلی background noise داری.
Oh, there is noise?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. یه لحظه وایسا من اینجا رو درست کنم بشینم این بر. Huh. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, what do you think of this part?
Um, yeah, it is. It is very interesting, but reading it, yeah, it does make sense.
Yes. Okay, good. Because this page is very important. This page is very important. It's like everything it's talking about is very on point, but this page is very critical and very true. So now we move on to opportunities. So these are the opportunities that it is perceived for you. Okay, go through it.
Are you going to send me this report?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
questions? Any ideas on this?
Some of them it's مثلا همون number 2 که در مورد incorporating AI, NFT and stuff, like there are new stuff that I'm not familiar, and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable.
Mm. Start using better words.
How do I say uncomfortable? Like it's out of my comfort zone.
Because uncomfortable, see, even if you say it is outside of my comfort zone, it's still better than uncomfortable.
Okay.
But then the only way, here's the thing, your comfort zone includes everything that you're comfortable with. I have a question. When you're comfortable with things, are you growing or are you staying in one place?
I am staying in one place.
If you're not uncomfortable, you're not going to be growing, because every growth comes from a place that you don't know, you haven't been. That's why you're going there. That's why it's called growing. You're experiencing, you're going to places, you're going through things that you haven't before. So yes, it's gonna feel unfamiliar, yes, it's gonna feel uncertain. Those are different terms for uncomfortable, but it's gonna feel uncertain, it's gonna feel unfamiliar, better words. But uncomfortable already tells your brain this is not comfortable, it is gonna be painful, let's just not even go towards it. So every time you're about to approach a subject, your brain goes like, nah, it's uncomfortable, forget it. Versus saying it is unfamiliar. Unfamiliar is actually all right. This is unfamiliar. Okay, fine, let's get familiar with it. No. Or it's uncertain. Okay, then let's get certain with it. Let's learn so we can build more certainty.
Right.
Right? Because you said at the beginning, Azita, this is why I'm spending this time with you. Because you said at the beginning, I understand this is all me. You understand the reason there is a lack of income is because of you. So if you want money to show up, the only answer and the only solution, I'm not going to beat around the bush because I don't have time and you don't have time. The only answer or solution for this is for you to completely just change. And you are no stranger to change.
Yeah.
Like it's set in your strengths, that is one of your adversity is one of your strengths. You've gone through so much in life. So now, does it mean that your brain is thinking about those changes that you've experienced in a framework of uncomfortable? Oh, it was uncomfortable when I traveled, it was uncomfortable when I got into divorce, it was uncomfortable when I came through that experience? Or is your brain thinking about them as it was inconvenience, it was uncertain, it was unfamiliar? See, that word will change how you look at your past, which is how your brain models future. Your brain only models future based on past performance, past experience. How you have experienced something and how you label that thing will create a reaction within your subconscious mind right now, which creates your future. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want your life, if you want to save it, if you want to like be able to have the house and be able to be successful, have a six-figure regular stream of income to come in so you can go to Greece and do your beautiful Greek dance, you must change. There is no beating around this bush. And here's the thing, you must do it happily. You cannot think about it as this is going to be a chore. What do I have? No, if you're going to do that, you're not going to change, because that just means you haven't had enough pain right now. You're going to need to experience more pain. So life that has been sending you signals slowly by cutting your revenue source, by cutting your clients, by taking the partner away, by putting your house in jeopardy, is going to, well, this one is too stupid not getting the answer. Let's hit her with a truck. And then you're going to feel like you're going to get hit by a truck. And then you're going to be like, oh, I think it's time to change. You know, I want to change. Somebody come change me. Like, I basically need you to understand that's the level you got to be at right now.
Yes. Okay.
If you're not going to, do you see what I'm saying? Get excited about this. Understand that this is your possibility right now. Azita, I'm telling you one thing. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody outside of this call is going to come knock on your door and try to give you nothing. True or false?
100%. Yes, 100%.
So this, I'm not claiming any brownie points. I just want to tell you this. This is the closest you're ever going to have to the universe or God sending you anything. And that's only because of you, by the way, because you've been giving, you've been doing so much good to the entire world, to everybody, that this is your reward of, you know how in one part you said, I'm usually waiting for somebody to come and hold my hand or tell me what to do. This is it, girl. This is that moment. So I love you. Let's start working on it right now, because these moments are hard to come by because of so many different reasons. Your time, my time, our synchronicity. Are we aligned on the same path? Can we do more of these together? But that's why I'm spending, I told you 1 hour, I'm already probably more than an hour. I want to give you so much value, so I ensure I did my duty that I was commanded to do. I had to serve you, so I have to do that properly and with justice. So that's my intention with this. So please, I want you to use this as much as possible. Of course, of course. Okay, so anything else within this?
No, it's great. It's awesome. So
good, perfect. See that those are words now we are using. Excellent. So that's your yes, that's your number 6, which is the last of the opportunity set. Not the last, but what we came up with. So the funny thing is, I think there was another mention of this. Did you see that? There was here. Did you see? One of your weaknesses here, number 7, unclear niche and positioning, is your opportunity to turn this around and to actually be able to turn it into a successful operation. Now, you may think to yourself, I am already in a niche, already have my black and white photography, but that's not a niche, because it is also, where is the weakness? It is also number 9, lacking a comprehensive ideal avatar profile. That's supposed to be ideal. Missing an L in action. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So these all kind of go back and forth into each other. You will see them. You will see what are opportunities are usually the places where you see their weaknesses and threats. By turning those on their head, you turn the same situation that is a lack into an opportunity and abundance. Okay, very simple. So any question about this?
Yeah, the spiritual capturing of subject and subject's essence and pet photography, like
no, because it says Because it says because I wanted you to be so niche understanding that even with the pet photography is not making money. It has to be a very specific pet photography.
Okay.
That's what I want you to understand. We're going to talk about this more.
Okay.
Threats.
Okay. Got it.
Any questions about that though? All good?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's all good.
All accurate?
Yeah. Yep.
Any questions?
No, it's all accurate. So,
Self-explanatory.
oh my God.
That's right. The threats are longer. But this is now kind of, these are very, very, I love this part because I love to do this. Regular strategic consultants don't do this because this has to do with executive coaching. So now this is into executive coaching part. What you're seeing in this window, it's all, we call these inner conflicts. These are inner conflicts that are causing everything that you're experiencing right now. So the reason they're under threats is because if they're not fixed, you know how I said you got to change, embrace it, and get excited about it? This is the list. This is your dirty laundry list right now. This is what's got to be improved and addressed right away.
There is a tension between left brain and ah, that's a.
Yeah, and these inner conflicts create tension and stress in your physical body.
The left and right is the masculine and feminine.
That's right. You're artistic and you're logical, masculine, feminine. Doesn't matter how you look at it.
I have this conflict all the time, like back and
That's
forth, back
right.
and forth.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, I know. I came up with this. Not me, but like this is my presentation to you. Yes.
Grit energy.
Grit means eating dirt. Means خاک خوردن.
Oh,
خاکشو باید بخوری. Means like you have to go through that phase of the eating the dust, biting the dust.
right. Okay, I'm done.
No, there's one more. Which, by the way, this right here, 99% of human population experiences this. If not 100%, it is 99%. So this is not unique to you.
Okay.
Also, by the way, all of these, I just want you to not feel. I'm sorry, I want to steal your spotlight. I don't want you to feel too special. All of these, like about 80-90% of the population, in one way or another, are dealing with this.
Hmm.
So don't think like, oh my life, I'm so bad back. Like, no, like this is just normal. You want to have a 1% life, 2% life, like the population, then you must get rid of those.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so this is the professional observation summary. Now this is my short little essay, and I want you to go through it.
You use the struggle too. See the word.
Yes, because I'm still speaking to you, and I still have not started, even though I did. I still haven't really taken you on to start shaking you up. This is really a language that I want everybody to connect with.
Hmm.
It has to be strong because it is the reality of the past. This
Hmm.
is speaking of the past. I'm very adamant about right now and future.
Okay.
Relatable? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the rest of it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so this observation summary, how accurate do you think this was?
Mm, it is accurate. Like,
Basically, was it a correct per, translation of basically what the current situation has been led to be, like where we are right now, why we're here, and how do you feel about its analysis of where you are? Does it feel right? Does it sit right at your heart?
yes.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. Perfect. Now we go into suggested solutions to pivot. But this is the fun part. By the way, you're almost two-thirds done. Good job, girl.
2/3. Okay. I'm not gonna-
So now remember, look at me for a second. Remember, everything you're about to read is going to be fun and it's going to be an adventure.
Yeah.
Everything in here that you're going to read moving forward doesn't mean you're going to have to do all of them. These are just suggested, and I will tell you by the end how to go and pick which ones you're going to resonate with and focus on. But read it with a smile now, because these are the solutions that will get you out of where you are right now. Okay, good.
Okay. اینا رو که حالا من دارم میخونم و دارم چیز میکنم ولی like, خود من باید برم انجام بدم اونجا
No, you're gonna have a team of experts who are gonna come to your house and they're gonna just sit at your home and they're gonna start helping you with this. We're gonna have a engineer, a marketing expert, an entrepreneur full time. They're just gonna sit at your home and just help you with these every day. Like, I mean, what else is did you expect anything less than that? Like, what kind of question is that? Like, you're the business owner, you're the entrepreneur.
No, no, I mean like, okay, so I get it, but like, what am I gonna do next? That's the part. Like,
Mhm. Well, don't worry about that yet. Don't get caught up in the question of how. What we need to do right now is the why. The why is the most important thing. The clarification of purpose, of destination. That once that's done, then the how, which is the method and the strategy, you already have so many ideas here. You can start saying, okay, this one I like the most. This one I like the most. I'm gonna have to start doing this. Or this one I don't like the most, which in that case, that one you have to do first. Because the one you don't like the most is the one that you're most likely in need of desperately.
right, okay,
Does that make sense?
yes.
All right. Moving on to the next page. Now, obviously, as you saw, this path, let me put it this way for you, Aziz Ajum. The thing is, you humans just know how to model other humans. That's what we do. We just model. We see things and we model after them. Okay? Now, oh, My battery is dying. بذار برم چارجرمو بیارم. Read this one now. I'm gonna. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Any questions here?
no,
No? Good. Okay. Iran.
that's just one thing. Like I know. Besides what?
You don't need to start thinking about these in detail. Again, you don't need to start looking at these in terms of direct actions that, oh, this one, oh, negotiate with creditors, how to do that, diversify revenue, I don't know how to do that, explore from. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to, that's why I said read these with a smile. This is not a pill, okay? ببین زندگی مثل الان دکتر نیستش که من بهت بگم آزیتا جون go take that yellow pill and that blue pill, everything is gonna be okay. It's not like that. I just want you to know that there are pathways that are 100% ways out, and then now we're going to have to start working with each other, and then you're going to need somebody to guide you through with these. I was explaining modeling. Humans just model. So unless که تو بابات، عموت، نمیدونم داییت یک منتوری داشتی تو زندگیت، همسایت کسی بوده که یارو بیزنسمن خفن بوده، آنترپرنور بوده، تو رو آورده زیر وینگش، شروع کرده به تو درس دادن, there is no way you would know these things. That's why there are 90% of people they get into the business and they lose everything they have and they get out and they just go back and become employees because they don't have the right people to model after, so they do everything they can and they lose. That's why it is important to get mentors, coaches, and experts to help you with this. You cannot do it on your own, not because you're not complete or whole or perfect, just because you haven't had anybody else to model after. کسی نمیاد برای تو این کارا رو انجام بده. But you're gonna have people who teach you how to do it yourself. You're gonna have people who are gonna guide you through step by step. This is your step number 1. That's your step number 2. That's what you're gonna do after number 3. That is what you're gonna have. But don't get into the nitty gritty on how do I get this down. Get into like the big picture. Oh, okay, there's this way I could do this with my finances, I could do this with my health. There are paths for everything that I'm experiencing right now, out of this into a new possibility.
Right. Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Because doesn't matter what your experience is, Azita, if you feel like you're in the best or the worst of the situations, if you're in the best scenario, it's gonna pass. The best times come and go. The worst times come and go. It doesn't matter how you look at it. Time is fleeting. Everything changes. Nothing is a constant. Don't get caught up in ideas, in fears, in lacks. Like تو خیلی از چیزایی که داشتی به من میگفتی. That's why I said there is a possibility that I may be able to do something with you, because for me to be able to help you, you have to have a foundation. Vaila, it's going to cost so much. I could help everybody. You know, I have clients that I'm charging like $8,000, $7,000 a month. You know, I spend like 15, 20, 30 hours with them every month, right? So I can help anybody. ولی تو الان تو فاندیشن تو داری. خیلی از چیزایی که من دارم به تو میگم تو میدونی. ولی باید، حالا بهتم میگم by the end of it. At the end of it, you're going to have 4 things that are immediate actions that you have to take. You take those immediate actions, things are going to start turning. But nothing is going to be a pill.
Yeah.
Pill solution نیست که ماجراش که. Okay? So now we are going into marketing and
By the
sales.
way, by the way, I didn't end up reading all that. The last
Okay,
page.
go. Just glance through these because these are just ideas. I just want you to see, oh, for example, like in financial health, okay, like these are the things that I can and I have options of doing. Doesn't mean I'm going to need to do all of them. Doesn't mean I got to do them right now. They're possible solutions. So your mind is at rest.
Right.
So it
Okay.
knows there are ways.
I'm done. Yes.
Good. I'm not in a dark place with no possible ways out. There are so
Right.
many possible ways out. For my marketing and sales, what do I do so I could sell more? There are immediate things that you can do so you could actually sell more. Enhance my presence, network more, develop a Godfather offer, referral programs, improve sales funnel. These are immediate things. Each one of them will take you like 3, 4, 5 days to implement, and then they're gonna take like a week, 2 weeks to start showing results for you.
Okay, I'm done.
This is on products and service development. Shift the focus, as you can see, big to teaching and coaching. A possibility. Again, remember, none of these you have to get into. None of them means they're your way out. One of them, two of all of these can shift everything.
Yes. Okay. Done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Other solutions that will help me: accountability check-ins, weekly mastermind sessions, celebrating small wins. Very important. I'm going to have to get you to do that.
Yeah, I need to do that.
That's right. Everybody needs to do that. Every human needs to do that. We don't celebrate anything. Like you should celebrate your own achievements, own little things, little things. Like honestly, you know what you know how I celebrate? You know how I celebrate? Let me show you. I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up. I go like, yes, another day. Yes, yes. Every night, every night you wake up. 150,000 people didn't wake up out of their sleep. That means you're already lucky. Celebrate. Get up, put a song, dance to it, get excited. We're going to talk about that. Keep on reading.
Yes. 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 Shifting the mood and energy and everything.
100%. First thing in the morning. If everybody's sleeping, put your earphones in and just dance like crazy. If you're good, nobody, play music on loud. Go crazy. I see you dance in front of your videos and you're so good at it. I need you to do that crazy nuts, like move your body, like just yes, like just do these, just so your body's energy goes up. Energy.
Yes.
Your energy goes up, you're gonna think, your mind's gonna open up.
True. 100%. Okay, I'm done. This page. Let's get to it.
Very good. There you go. Four actions to take. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is the end. First of all, you made it. You
Yeah.
made it. You made it. Good job. Good job. And now these are your actions to take. What I want you to do is when I send you this file, you're going to go over everything again on your own time. In your actionable tasks that are suggested to you, you're going to start delegating points, delegating between 0 to 10. How much you feel in sync with them, which ones you're going to feel like they can help you out the most right now. Because there was different suggestions. Give them a point. Once you give them a point, then you're going to tell me, I gave this, that point, that point. Like you're going to literally take a screenshot and write a point on it between 1 to 10. Then send me those. I'm going to look at what you've
Or just this page, you mean?
to see what you feel.
Yes.
No. These pages. The solutions, the suggestions. Oh yeah, my internet is.
Okay, the solutions. Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Hello, hold on. Solutions, and then go on top of this one, and like write on for budget review and adjustments. Do I feel like this is gonna really help me out right now? Is this between 0 to 10? Is it the most important thing? If it's very important, write a 10. If it's not right now, write a 0. Do this for all of them. Okay? And then send me screenshots, share them with me so I would see what you've done, so I could see what you prioritize as most relatable to what you need right now.
Okay.
And then from there, I will be able to share with you strategies to actually do that.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
I would be like, okay, that's what you need. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now that's number 1. And wait, this is just your action number 1. Number 2, you're going to have to figure out what the percent for you is that moves the money needle. What is the 4% and what needle? The 4% that will move the money needle for you. What is the 4%? What is the money needle? 4%. 4%, pay attention to what I'm about to say. 4% of your time, energy, attention is responsible statistically and mathematically. This is not a matter of perspective. This is mathematics. This comes from a mathematician called Pareto, and found the pattern of 20-80% rule. The 20-80% says 20% of your energy, time, resources, and efforts are responsible for 80% of the results that you experience in your life. Now, once you go into 20% that is responsible for 80%, again, the same rule applies. 20% of those 20% are responsible for 80%, which in mathematics becomes 4% of all of your time, energy, resources, and efforts pay off and create 64% of the experiences in your life.
Okay. Sorry, I don't understand the part, the 4%.
So the 4% means, and I just disconnected my video, so maybe you hear me better. The 4% rule says that 4% of your actions are most responsible for 64% of your financial wellness. So basically, it tells you that you don't need to be changing 99% of your day. All you need to do is to figure out what are the 4% of my actions and resources and beliefs and energies that create.
Okay, you're completely
My income, and just do more of that.
okay. Yes, yes.
Make sense? Am I cutting
Yeah,
out,
part
or
of
did
it
you get
was
it?
cut off, but I got the whole of it. So
So, for example, for some people, they make their money with their business every time they spend 3 hours a day on social media to go talk to people and say, "Hey, how you doing? That's a beautiful photo you just put up. Did you know I have this special coming up for Christmas, and you guys can come and take it with your family?" That one-to-one connection for some people is going to generate money for them. Now, that's 4%. How much of your day are you spending doing that? If you only do it 20 minutes, you're going to have 2 clients a week. If you spend 4 hours of your day every day that, then you're going to create 10 clients a week. Now,
okay.
here's the thing.
Got it.
I go and I create a website and do SEO on it and go and do a video and put that video out. That's going to be 90% of my energy. That's not even create that immediate result for me.
Okay. As we have to finish it. I know you have to go to, but like in like 15 minutes. I really have to go.
Yeah,
I
I thought
just
you
want
said
to
you're
say,
leaving for 3. But yeah, I got to go too because Joe is
but
finishing
like
on
I have to go
touch. But
get ready.
doesn't this is already the last page. This is the last
Right. Okay.
page. You understand this 4% is
Okay.
so so.
Got
By the
got
way,
that.
I have a very very good feeling this.
Maybe you want to cut. Maybe you want to ask.
That time that you spend directly on your social media.
Ask. Hello.
Hello.
اگه فکر میکنی این نمیشه آدیو ویدیوش اینا رو قطع کن تصویر رو نگاه میکنه ولی میتونیم با واتساپ حرف بزنیم
آها no خب we need صدام الان میاد.
آره
Do you have my
ولی
voice now?
قطع خب بگو
هی باز قطع و وصل میشه. Okay, hold
آره.
on a second. There's probably a reason and I know why. Hold on. Oh. Hold on a second. Sorry. Um Oy, oy, oy. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, you hear me here?
آره.
Okay, good. So okay, so we got the 4%. The 4% is Azizajun so important, and I need you to start. And I said I really think most of the downfall is coming because of that social media that was cut off. So we're gonna have some conversations about how you're gonna build that marketing strategy back. And in my opinion, if I was to tell you what I would do right away to turn this around, I would immediately just create an offer, that Godfather offer, that's the Grand Slam offer, that's what we call it. So to create that first, then we're gonna run it through your own outreach. This is called warm calling. Okay, so which is you reaching out to your network, and then through that we're going to actually do a lead generation for you that immediately within the next month you could create revenue with this, because what you want to do is to create some revenue, so you create some breathing room for you.
Okay, and now my next question is like, what kind of offer?
Yeah, the
Yes,
offer the offer is something me and you have to work with. You tell me how your offers have worked in the past.
right.
What kind of offer did you make in the past that worked really well? Like I saw you were taking some Christmas event photos last week,
Yeah,
but I don't know how you're pushing them because I'm not seeing it. That means you're not doing a right job with your marketing engine. Your marketing branding engine is not pushing right now. You're somehow just ending up doing these gigs without actually going through the correct lead funnel generation.
true, 100%.
So do you see what I'm saying? That's why that 4% is so important, because once you identify that 4% that's actually creating the effect on the bottom line, and it's actually moving my money needle, then I'm going to be able to focus more on that and just do like, listen, this is the thing. I want to tell you this. You cannot find financial abundance without actually applying and dedicating yourself like minimum 6 hours a day to your business. You have to. This is not a choice. And by the way, 6 hours not of editing. As a matter of fact, editing is probably wasting your time. It's 6 hours of things that you can do that other people can't do for you, which is warm calling, which is cold calling, which is creating collaborations, which is outreaches, which is the marketing. Because without the marketing, you're not going to be able to sell. As a business, you're not going to be able to sell nothing if you cannot get your message, your product, your services out in front of the eyes of the people who need your services.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yes, 100%.
So if you want a pill, this is the closest it's going to come to a pill.
Yeah,
The pill is you got to spend 6 hours a day right now, get yourself in high peak energy state, focus on what makes you money, develop an offer within the next 2 days that will be your moneymaker for Christmas, for holiday season, and start pushing it out by spending 6 hours a day doing nothing and just focusing on the Instagram. And here's the thing, you cannot go like just on random like tandem like conversations about different things. It has to always be a caring, genuine conversation with your engaged audience that you're going to talk to them, and then immediately do the ask, do the lead generation, tell them about how you're going to do something to help them, and then tell them about the service you're going to have. So we're going to have to have a separate phone call for that, a separate session, because you have to go, I have to go. But I want you to understand the next 5 days are critical. We got to immediately change your service, change your offers, upgrade your offers, create a conscious plan that is the right marketing plan for you. You have to start applying it.
okay.
And then
Yes.
it takes you to action number 3. Yes, that's what I'm saying. High five that. Okay. So number 3 is complexity is the enemy of execution. Don't forget that. So we don't want to make things complicated. Make it simple. That's it. And then don't contemplate on it. Just pull the trigger and just start going on boom, 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 and start doing what we are talking about right now. And then action number 4 is obviously take responsibility of your actions. Nobody but yourself is going to be responsible for your life, for the outcomes, for the actions that you take, and what you experience. Nobody else is going to come and actually force you to do anything. You know this already.
Yes, 100%. Okay, you said next 5 days. You want to have a phone call? You want me to come there? What do you want to do?
Hello, Azita. I lost you for a second. You said
Oh,
next Friday.
no. You said next 5 days.
Yes.
So you want to have another phone call, or you want me to come meet you there, or you want to?
No, we could do this again. We could do this again. Yeah. So you don't have to get out of your environment. If it helps you to get out, that's different. But if it doesn't, then this will work.
Okay. You tell me when. Um,
Good.
میخوای الان به من بگی کی یا اینکه بعدا بهم میگی کی؟
You can go right now, and then we can actually catch up on this after.
All right, sure.
Okay. So tell me, how was this today?
No, it was great. Some of it I already knew, but like some of it like it's just eye opening and getting to the next step, right? So
Good.
yeah,
Okay. Perfect. So I will
and
send you this.
yeah, seriously, like just getting out of my own shit
Yes. No,
and
certainly.
shifting the energy.
That's right. And I'm gonna actually send you this link right now. Anyone with the link can share this. I need you to go through this. Don't forget, rate the suggestions, and then come back to me. And then we're gonna also set a time for you to talk to me again.
Yeah, I'm open. So
Okay, perfect. So I just sent you this as well on the public view link. There we go.
did you email it or on WhatsApp?
No, I'm just sending it to you. Oh, I can send it to you on WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Azita June. I hope you go do whatever you need to do, and then we will talk more soon.
Bye. Say hi to Star.
All right.
Bye. Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.